If a marriage fails, it's the man's fault 100% of the time. Here's why. Insecure men are about to come out the woodworks. They're already angry, kicking, screaming, and crying. If she cheated on me, how's that my fault? If she acted like this, how's that my fault? Hear me out, bro. When God came walking through the garden, after Eve ate of the fruit, what did he say? Did he say, Eve, where are you? No. He didn't even say, hey, Adam and Eve, where are y'all? What did he say? What did he say? He said, Adam, where are you? I want you to come here and answer for this. How did you let this happen? The man is held accountable 100% of the time. If a marriage fails, it is the man's fault for one of two reasons. A, you weren't a good husband. You didn't lead correctly. Something went downhill. It went terrible. You didn't do it God's way. First of all, if you got divorced, that tells me you didn't do it God's way because God hates divorce. But even if you didn't want to get divorced and that woman divorces you, it is your fault for one of two reasons. A, you weren't a good husband. You weren't a good leader. Or B, you picked the wrong woman to begin with. All right. Now that's where a lot of you just had a realization. You were mad at me this whole video. Pissed off. You're probably already typing. You probably already typed a comment. If she cheated on me, how's that my fault? If she left, how's that my fault? If I tried and she didn't, how's that my fault? Bro, if you picked a hussy, you picked a hussy. She didn't pick herself. You picked her. It started with your choice. If you picked a hussy, then you had to have known she was a hussy before you married her. So why did you marry a hussy? There are some really stand-up guys that still, even though they're stand-up guys, do not have this level of accountability. They do not have that level of mindset to take accountability in every single situation. The highest level of mentality in men are men who can take accountability in every single situation that happens in their life. There are things that to this day, y'all, to this day, situations in my life where I look at and I'm like, I really don't know how that was my fault. I don't know how I could have done any different, but somehow that was my fault. And I'm sure it'll be revealed to me when I get older and wiser. But even still, I say for some reason, I'm in that situation. I was in that situation. I went through that because of things that I did. Somewhere, I didn't handle something the right way. That was my fault somewhere. In every single situation. A man should take accountability 100% of the time, especially in marriage. Because that's when it's on you. When you do not lead your woman correctly, that's on you. When you choose a wrong woman to begin with, that is on you. Don't pick a hussy and you won't have problems that can only be brought on by hussies. That's on you, dude. You picked her. All right? Now, look, I ain't talking to the ladies. I'm talking to the men. But ladies, y'all know y'all are worse about this than the men are. Y'all are way worse to blame. Oh, men ain't junk. Men ain't this. Men ain't that. There ain't no good man. No. You need to find out what it is. I'm not going to use the same language Cat Williams used, but you need to find out what it is about you that's attracting ain't you know what, you know what's. Okay. But I'm talking to the men. Men, take accountability. If a marriage fails, if a relationship fails, if something goes wrong, it's on you. A, you were a bad leader. B, you made a terrible decision by picking the wrong woman. If you pick the right woman and you lead correctly, the chances of failure are zero, brother. Chances are zero. Take accountability as a man.